Okay, so this video is for you to discover once you want to play with the concepts of polarity, whether you feel that your essence is feminine or masculine. And this is different than the gender, man, woman. You can think of it really on an energetic level. So try to feel into these concepts. Try to feel into what feminine means to you, what masculine means to you. And this might be something completely different than what is culturally taught. We could also think of yin and yang, the sun and moon, maybe Venus and Mars. There's so many ways that you could try to describe these two energies, split in our reality, our dual reality, in which we have day and night, masculine and feminine. Motion and stillness. Like, there's so many ways to describe this, and we're just going to play with the words masculine and feminine today. So it could be that you feel that your essence really matches the gender that you have, like that you have a feminine essence in a female body. Could be that you have a masculine essence in a male body. But it has like so many different shades and variations, and it could be very different for you. Yeah. So there's just this one example that I really love, which is about thinking about when you're making love, if you want to be the one that's kind of ravished, kind of pushed against the wall and taken. Is that something that gets you going? Or, so that would be more of the feminine. Or do you feel like you want to be the one doing the ravishing? You want to be the one pushing the other up against the wall, which would be in the masculine. Yeah, it's not to say that you never switch with energies on the level outside of the essence, but in the core, there's usually usually there will be one that hits home more, like, oh, that. And then the other question that you can play with is if there is a decision to be made, but it's not a relevant thing. Like, it's something small, and there's so many choices. Would you love for someone to just choose for you, like, let's do this? For someone to just swoop in, decide, take the lead, and take you in a direction? Or does it really energize you to be the one taking the lead, doing the thing, solving the puzzle? Like, does that make you a bit proud or happy? Yeah. So the feminine energy would be the one that likes it when someone else is leading her, like, lead me. And the masculine energy would be the one that really likes to take direction, likes to face challenge. Yeah, and then I want to talk a little bit about the layers that we can build up. And I wish I had like a chart or something, but I like to see this as different circles. So at the most inner circle is your essence. Or maybe the most inner circle is like this soul that has no identification with gender. But then outside of that circle, there would be the essence that is tied into your personality, your preferences, things that are just so you, and you never had to learn that, and nobody ever made you that way. That's just who you are. That's just what you feel. And that's also with the way we love. Like, when we whether we feel that we're heterosexual or gay or bisexual or pansexual, that's something that's on the inside. Like, you cannot adapt that. It's your essence. So it's the same for example, myself. I have a feminine essence. That's just what lights my heart up, the way I flow in this life. And then outside of that, there is this movement of both energies, or actually maybe just the moving of the masculine energy. So I do need to tap into my inner masculine. And that's so amazing with the subconscious mind. Like, we have everything there, all archetypes, everything is at our disposal. So I do tap into my inner masculine to get things done, to make sure that I'm safe, to set boundaries. Maybe I need to do something that's more analytical, that's more structured, and I will tap into my masculine to do that. Yeah. So if there's not a feminine way to do it, nothing wrong with tapping into my masculine. So where we start to run into problems is when I feel that I'm a feminine essence, and just using myself as an example, I was raised in an environment where it was very unsafe to express emotions, and up till my 19th, I suppressed a lot. Yeah, so I wouldn't cry maybe once a year. Like, I kind of learned to control my tear ducts and to go into my mind when there was conflict, and to analyze things and go into a masculine shield. So it wasn't this healthy masculine energy popping up to support my inner feminine. It was my inner masculine, my inner critic, judging me for being this being that has emotions and that is highly emotional. And it was a way of suppressing who I really was. So I was not serving my essence, I was repressing my essence. Yeah, and then there are a lot of beliefs and barriers that we'll find there. Around the essence, there is always also, like, being the essence that you are, it's impossible to lead this life without someone having criticized you for that. And especially at young ages, we're so sensitive to that. So often there is wounding around the essence, and it could be so painful that later in life, taking myself as an example, maybe I just decide it's too painful to be in my feminine. That's where all the hurt is. That's where I receive judgment for being too sensitive. Fuck it. I can also be in the masculine and do the things and not get the judgment. So there are a lot of people living in that layer. Yeah. A lot of people are living in the defense mechanism instead of the essence. And I feel like this topic goes so much beyond the feminine masculine. Who you are in your core, your soul, your essence, is so much more than just the masculine or feminine energy. There are so many qualities that are unique to you that make you you. And so often those are the qualities that stick out, that get shamed. And being in the defense mechanism, being in the defense and kind of living your life that way from a shield will deplete you. Yeah, so that's also the thing about your essence. Does it give you joy, energy? Yes, yes, yes. Then you're in your essence. If it's depleting you, you're not in your essence. You're working in the shield around the essence. Yeah, so I also created some other videos on this topic. I hope that kind of in a nugget that this was okay for you, that it was manageable. And there's so many details to this that it's almost hard for me to just put it out there in a video, because person to person the experiences are just so different, and the way that one person receives insight or clarity is different to the way the next will. I think maybe it's nice if I give an example of a masculine essence as well. So I'm thinking about how many masculine, I live in Holland, and I see reversed polarity a lot. So polarity is the feminine energy drawing towards the masculine energy, and the masculine energy drawing towards the feminine energy, regardless of the gender. But if I'm interacting from a shield, where I'm, maybe being like a businesswoman and in my masculine, then I'm going to attract, most likely, a male that is in his feminine shield. Yeah. So a reason for a masculine to be in his feminine shield could be so many things. There's been so much wounding by the masculine, by the patriarchy. There are so many reasons for a masculine essence to feel like that is not who he wants to be, what he wants to identify with. Maybe he has been really shamed about his sexuality. Yeah, the masculine energy is penetrating, is outward. Maybe there was a lot of shaming about him being sexually attracted to others. Maybe he saw women being hurt as a consequence of unhealthy masculine behavior, and just really decided to then just be the nice guy. Yeah. It could be many things. So from this kind of Mr. Nice Guy dynamic, the masculine essence is kind of being coded by this feminine way. So it's kind of the guys that are really always supporting others, supporting the feminine, but not stepping into their own power, like maybe even afraid to step into their own power, not really daring to own their primal nature as well. And there's so many healthy ways to do that. We just really lack examples. So yeah, if you have any questions, just feel free to comment them below. And thank you for joining me.